Any way I can talk about Christopher Nolan and his films, I find any excuse. And I wanted to make this video back in July, but I decided to make it now because, you know what? Everybody who wanted to see Oppenheimer finally got to see it. They're still going to see it. It's kicking ass in the box office. It's definitely going to hit that $1 billion mark. I really fucking hope. But guys, I want to rank all of Nolan's films in 2023 from worst to best. Now, I did make this video back in 2020, I believe, when Tenet came out, so I want to do an updated video that includes Oppenheimer in the mix. So kicking it off from worst to best. Following, I have not seen this film actually in a while, but I remember it is a black and white film and about a character that follows another character, and obviously it's a complex narrative. And I will have to say, I really enjoyed it. You gotta remember too, most of Nolan's films I really enjoy, but I will say that Following is definitely the slowest out of them all and does drag a lot. And you got to remember, this is his first feature-length film, so it is what it is. But overall, from a directing standpoint, in black and white, shot in black and white, the way that you listen to the story, how they got this film made, it's really remarkable. But overall, it is definitely my least favorite Nolan film. Up is Insomnia, Al Pacino and Robin Williams. I like this movie. Surprisingly, I watched it on HBO Max for the first time maybe 4 years ago now, and I enjoyed it. It's a kind of like a little murder mystery type film, very small scale, nothing like crazy goes on in it, nothing too complex or anything like that. But I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I liked it. Al Pacino and Robin Williams. Al Pacino suffering from insomnia in the film and like this craziness. I really liked it. I have to say, I have nothing else really to say about Insomnia. Coming up next, guys, is Dunkirk. Dunkirk is a film that I respect technically, and I really it's a great film that does not have any dialogue. However, all the rest of Nolan's films are superior. I do think that this is one of his least best films, if that makes sense. It's a really good film. Technical, that's why it's a little higher on the list than being last. Technically, it looks beautiful. The IMAX sequences, the score by Hans Zimmer, and the cast still is great. You have Cillian Murphy, you have Tom Hardy, you have Kenneth Branagh in this film, and they all do a great job. But there's no dialogue really in this film. And I feel like I get where Nolan's standpoint, where he was going for, is in a war, there's not time to talk and that stuff. I understand that and I respect that aspect of it, but I feel like that was something that was really lacking a story in this film. Up next, guys, is The Prestige. I love The Prestige. You have Christian Bale, you have Michael Caine, you have Scarlett Johansson, you have Rebecca Hall, you have Hugh Jackman, and a bunch of other people. David Bowie, I believe, is in the film too, I remember. I like this film a lot. It's a magician type, one-up each other, high-stake film that is low to the ground. It doesn't try to do anything too much, and it doesn't do anything little, and still has that uniqueness to it. And I just really always had a ball enjoying this film, and I want to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a bit. Guys, coming up next is Tenet. You guys know I was on a Tenet high when that film came out, and I still enjoy that film. But when I go on, I've seen Tenet about 12 times now, and I have issues with the film, mainly the sound mixing and the score. The score is beautiful by Ludwig Göransson. The score is great. John David Washington, Robert Pattinson, Elizabeth Debicki, they're all great in the film. Kenneth Branagh is great too as well. It's nothing to do with that. The action's beautiful. The story is really good as well. It's really the sound mixing and dialogue that you really start to not understand that well, and that's where it kind of took me out of the film a lot. But overall, I really enjoyed the spy thriller. I still like it to this day. Nothing's changed there. But the rest are just way better. Guys, coming in next is Batman Begins. I have nothing else to say about Batman Begins on this channel than I already said. Great fucking movie. Brilliant cast. Awesome. Just awesome. Great score. My Batman, Christian Bale. Fucking, it's awesome. It's awesome. There's nothing else to say. Memento with Guy Pearce is up next. I really love this film. I don't know why, but I go back to rewatch it over and over. It was on some streaming app a while ago. Tubi, I think it was. I think it was on Tubi. And just rewatching it over and over and over. They need to make a 4K Blu-ray release of this film. I don't know why they haven't, but I will be the day one purchase for this film. I really love the technical aspect behind this film. And the story, the non-linear storytelling is beautiful, and it is very smart. And Carrie-Anne Moss is in this film too as well, and she's great. Guys, coming in next is Inception. I love Inception. Leonardo DiCaprio, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Tom Hardy, Ken Watanabe, fucking Cillian Murphy. The cast is phenomenal. Ellen Page, well, Elliot Page now, I guess. But regardless, this film, I've said so much about it. Dream within a dream. Action sequences, beautiful. Great score by Hans Zimmer. Once again, I love Inception. I love it dear to my heart. It was hard when we're starting to get into these last amount of films that Nolan's made, that how to rank them, because I really, really love Inception a lot. I love its storytelling. I love its nonlinear structure. It's great. It's great. Interstellar, however, in my opinion, is a little bit better than that. Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway. This film hits home to me. This film is like, it. I love watching Interstellar. It gives you emotion. It gives you awe and wonder. The way they did this film, technically, with very minimum CGI, with visual effects, going into space, going to these different planets. The score is phenomenal by Hans Zimmer. It is beautiful. And the whole story about being how love conquers all, whether you're in the universe or not, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful film. And I don't care what people say about this film. I love this film. That's why it's number 4 on the Nolan list. Coming in next in number 3, we're getting into the big 3, is Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer, guys, I said so much about Oppenheimer lately that I don't have to say anything else. It is a great movie. It is arguably Nolan's best movie. However, I think the other 2 films, in my opinion, are superior, obviously, for obvious reasons. But overall, Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Matt Damon, Emily Blunt do a phenomenal job in this film. And this film is just brilliant. It's fucking brilliant. And I really hope it wins a lot of Oscars this year. Coming in next is, guys, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is obviously the best, if anything, best comic book movie out there, or arguably one of the best films of all time. Heath Ledger's Joker, the action, Christian Bale's Batman, a great crime thriller type story. I love it. I love it. But guys, last but not least, for me personally, you guys know how personal this film is to me. I've said it so many times on this channel, The Dark Knight Rises. I understand it is a flawed film. After I rewatch it here and there, I see the flaws, I understand them, but this film is near and dear to my heart. And I love this film to death. And I will always stand by being a Dark Knight Rises supporter, no matter what people say. It is a great film. It has got one of the most motivational sequences of all time, with Bruce rising out of the pit, the whole story behind rising back above, becoming Batman again, Tom Hardy's Bane, all this stuff in a whole big story. I really love it. But guys, that is my ranking of Christopher Nolan's films in 2023. Do you guys agree with me or what? Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.